Hello, and welcome to The Banker's Tech Talk video series. I'm Joy Macknight, Deputy and Technology Editor at The Banker, and I'm joined by Daniel Sandmeier, CEO of Instimatch Global, a digital network for institutional money market trading. Daniel, thanks so much for joining us
Thanks
today.
for having me, Joy.
So can you tell me why money markets are really critical to the functioning of the global economy?
Well, money markets are one of the most critical parts of the financial system because it's like the lubricant of the real economy, because on a daily basis, treasurers around the world in different companies, in banks, asset managers, larger family offices, corporates, they all need to either deposit money or they need to borrow money. So for the functioning of the financial system, it's a really vital market. We have insurance companies that sit on piles of cash, for example, running on towards a date where the premiums get paid, so they need to roll some of that liquidity. On the other hand, you have maybe public sector that is looking to borrow money to build certain things. So I think it's obviously one of the most critical parts of the system, and we're trying to build a network to connect borrowers and lenders globally to facilitate and digitize that market.
So what are the problems with an over-reliance on direct trading, voice brokerage?
Well, I guess the problems are that it's a very antiquated market. Nevertheless, as we just said before, is one of the most critical of the financial system. So we haven't seen much change since the financial crisis. It's pretty much based on voice brokerage and bilateral trading connections. And we think that through our network, we can actually introduce counterparties of different sectors and different geographies. ECB numbers show that about 50% of all transactions in money markets actually happen within a single country, which is rather strange for a European single currency market. So we want to actually tear down boundaries and actually enable treasurers across the globe to connect with each other through the network and trade at better rates, find each other, get introduced to each other.
Okay, and obviously it seems that the whole voice brokerage area is really ripe for digitalisation. Would you agree with that?
Absolutely. I mean, time has come. I think there's a new generation of treasurers, CFOs, etc. that probably don't want to sit at the phone. They'd rather sit at a screen and get best execution, see what's happening in the market. So what Instimatch Global has built is really actually a trading platform. So our members actually put prices into the platform. You can, on any given day, any given time, you can see live markets and trade on those. So I think time has come for that step. We're positive we're at the right time in the right space and can help facilitate that move.
Okay, and you talked a little bit about cross-border and trying to really stimulate that. How is the Instimatch platform really driving that forward?
Well, we started in Switzerland. It was the natural starting point because we all work in Switzerland. So now we've gone into Germany. Actually, we opened office just recently in the Netherlands, and we're about to enter the UK. So that gives us the geographical spread, at least here in Europe, in the most important financial centers. As I said before, I think it's about breaking down boundaries and hopefully introduce counterparties that don't know each other otherwise. So together with a new generation of treasurers and digitizing the whole process will enable that process.
Okay, and a lot of people talk about blockchain. Do you think there's an opportunity for blockchain really to disrupt or add to the money market funds?
I'd say talking about unsecured money markets is rather simple market actually. Borrowers and lenders meeting on a marketplace doesn't necessarily require blockchain use, but I can think of more complex transactions as soon as you go from unsecured into secured and other types of products. There would definitely be a benefit of using distributed ledger technology. So we're thinking about our next steps and thinking 2 steps ahead. We'll probably go into that space sooner or later.
Excellent. Thank you so much for your insights, Daniel.
Thank you so much, Joy.